Okay, going to cut right to the chase. I'm going to give you a few ideas this morning about how to keep an extra $100 in your pocket this month. The first thing that I'm going to suggest is to break up the month by the week. Aim for just $25 money keeping this upcoming week. Can you handle that? That's a great way to begin. It's a great training wheels idea, as I call it, and it works. So let's just focus on the 1 week at a time. It's only going to concern yourself with this upcoming week. Number one, spend a few hours a week. Consider spending a few hours a week doing something that you enjoy to do to earn some money. For example, do you love animals? Consider dog walking, maybe a neighbor's dog or pet sitting this week. You can earn your $25 plus, hit your goal immediately by just doing that, or even babysitting or childcare. If that's something that you're good at and you enjoy doing, don't forget to consider it. Next, make your milkshakes or your smoothies at home. No need to purchase them outside of your home. It's much, much less expensive to do these kind of things at home. Smoothies are really good and healthy, using up some extra frozen fruit that you have or regular fruit. Get creative. Or if you're in a mood of a milkshake, take your favorite ice cream, add your milk. If you have any malt powder, that malted powder, it's really, really good. And just get some recipes online, and you could easily do that at home. Delish. Next, stretch out the food that you have by chopping up your fresh vegetables or your proteins, your meat, into smaller pieces that instead of just putting all these big old chunks in one meal, cut them up into smaller pieces and you will be able to stretch into two meals. That is so inexpensive, so easy to do, and you'll see yourself saving some money. And here's one thing that I really can never understand: people spending about $3 perhaps on an outside cup of hot tea. No, not when a person could get X number of tea bags, all different flavors, all different companies. You could get some buy one get one sales, or maybe pick a couple boxes up at the dollar type store and save an incredible amount of money. Outside hot tea to me is really expensive. So by just saving on a couple of trips to the outside store for a $3 hot tea is a savings. It really adds up. You could easily, thus far, you could very easily earn that $25 very simply by not really changing your life too much. Now, this is not for everyone, but I have found that this was extremely effective for me by swapping out my ground turkey for ground beef. It has saved me a bunch of money, definitely a bunch of money in the last 6 months. Now, ground turkey is not for everyone, so I'm not going to say it is for everyone, but I swapped it out. I fancy it up with some existing spices that I keep, and it just wakes up the taste because ground turkey doesn't really have that much taste. But to me, it has the same texture and it's so workable as a swap out instead of expensive ground beef. It's an acquired taste for some, or some people just fall in love with it quickly, like I did. But everybody's different. I do think it is worth a try. And I just want to add this suggestion in general in life. Whenever you're trying something new for the first time, don't buy tons of it. Buy a little bit of it. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't like it. But if you don't care for it too much, well, you're not, going to be wasting it, and never, never, ever food waste anything. Find other ways, or someone else in your home, in your family, or a friend or a neighbor that can use that food up. As you know, we dislike food waste immensely. Okay, but it is not for everyone, but I do suggest to try it. It might be for you. I'm just saying. All right. Always consider one roast as three possible future meals. Meal number one is the immediate roast of that night, the way you prepare it, the way you enjoy it. And inexpensive root vegetables as side dishes go a long way. Example, roast turkey one night, another night you could have hot open faced turkey sandwiches or roast beef, whatever the type of roast it is that you're using, or some ham. You could have some cut up ham and use it as an ingredient in making, for example, a split pea soup, or use it diced up into casserole or into salads of some sort. Always get more than one meal out of a roast, for sure and for true. And if you have something like that has bone in it, like let's say a roast chicken, without fail, use all of it up, every little drop, including down to the carcass, and make a bone broth out of it. You get so much definitely out of it. Um, consider making a meal like the whole major part of the meal, homemade fried rice. There are tons of recipes. I'm going to try to find one and hook one up in the description below if you want to try to make a homemade fried rice. It's really not that expensive, and you could basically use up pretty much the stuff that most people tend to have in their homes or apartments. These are things to look for doing. I have found that by utilizing like simple stuff that many people keep in their homes or apartment all the time and creating different meals out of it is an incredible money keeper. And don't be afraid to make your own homemade fried rice. I've done it myself. I started doing it about, I would say about 10 years ago. And once you get used to it like that, I'm telling you, the creativity just flows, and it's just such a great go-to, inexpensive meal. Sometimes you're looking for that comfort. There's something comforting about homemade fried rice. You can use your own chicken or beef or pork or even turkey, or vegetable fried rice definitely works. So this thing can work across the board. You see, here's the trick, okay? The trick is a lot of times people get overwhelmed when it comes to hitting goals. Like if I was to say to you, hurry up and save $100 in a whole week, that might be a little tough. But to consider saving up $100 for an entire month, for example, by breaking it up into, the teensy weensies, like just try to hit the goal of saving $25 this upcoming week. If you sit down and get creative, I just gave like little ideas, just little ideas. So many, much more ideas can come from you. And by the way, I would totally, extremely appreciate it if you let me know in the comment section below other ways that you would suggest for other people to save money that would help them on their journey to saving $25 or more. $25 is the starting point. You could hit the $25 goal or go beyond. Nothing wrong with trying to go beyond. These are just, little creative ideas that I thought that I would share. Please don't forget to smash down the like button, and I really do appreciate your time. Don't forget to come back tonight, 7:45, for a collab that we're doing everywhere with Steve Young 74 and I doing a collab. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And I will be on camera for that one. It's not a long video for me, but it'll be a nice video. Very, very helpful. You'll see. Take good care. Thank you for coming by. Have a great day.